welcome back to Foresights TV with me, Isma. On the morning of May 7th, 2025, a sudden and unprecedented military escalation unfolded in South Asia when India launched multiple missile strikes across various regions in Pakistan, including Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The operation, officially named Operation Sindoor by Indian authorities, marks the most serious military confrontation between the two nuclear-armed nations since the 2019 Balakot strikes. The missile attacks reportedly targeted what India claims were terrorist infrastructure locations in retaliation for a gruesome April 22nd attack in Indian-administered Kashmir that left 26 civilians dead. In response, Pakistan scrambled fighter jets and claimed it has drowned 5 Indian aircraft, including the 3 Rafale jets. The fallout from this exchange of fire has brought the two nations dangerously close to the brink of full-scale war. The strikes resulted in at least 8 Pakistani civilian deaths, including children, and significant infrastructure damage, especially to mosques. This recent escalation comes amid decades of hostility, primarily centered on the disputed Kashmir region, a conflict that has shaped the foreign policy, military strategies, and nationalist rhetoric of both countries. Here's a special report from Foresights TV. According to Pakistan's military spokesperson Lieutenant General Ahmed Sharif Chaudhry, the missile strikes by India struck 6 locations, 4 in Punjab province and 2 in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The largest attack was on a mosque compound in Ahmedpur Sharkia near Bahawalpur, where 5 civilians, including a 3-year-old girl, were killed. Other impacted locations in Punjab including Murikde, Shakargarh and a village near Shialkot. In Muzaffarabad, Kotli, both situated in Pakistan-administered Kashmir, 2 mosques were reportedly destroyed. Among the fatalities were a 16-year-old girl and an 18-year-old boy. Overall, 8 civilians were killed and 35 injured, triggering a state of emergency in Punjab province. Hospitals were placed on high alert, schools were closed, and the country's air defense systems were put on standby. In retaliation, Pakistan scrambled its fighter jets and claimed to have shot down 5 Indian aircraft, including 3 advanced Rafale jets. However, these claims remain unverified by Indian authorities, who have yet to confirm the status of their aircraft or respond officially. Pakistan's assertion that all Indian missiles were fired from within Indian airspace includes significant ambiguity, as it suggested Pakistani retaliation may have occurred across the line of control or even within Indian airspace, further escalating the legal and diplomatic stakes. The missile strikes follow a terrorist attack on April 22nd in the Baisaran Valley of Pahalgaon in Indian-administered Kashmir. Gunmen reportedly segregated male and female tourists, executed 26 men, 25 tourists and 1 local pony handler, left women alive, with multiple witnesses stating the attackers deliberately targeted non-Muslims. India blamed a little-known group called the Resistant Front or TRF, which it claims is supported by Pakistan. Pakistan denied involvement, condemned the attack. A call for a neutral investigation. The brutal and sectarian nature of the attack drew widespread outrage in India, leading to public and political pressure on Prime Minister Narendra Modi to retaliate. India's operation was named Sindoor, referring to the red vermilion traditionally worn by married Hindu women. The symbolism is deeply poignant and political. By referencing Sindoor, the Indian military invoked the suffering of widows whose husbands were murdered on April 22 attack, allegedly targeted for their religious identity. The name, therefore, serves as not just as a code name but as a message, a direct linkage between the April massacre and India's military response. Diplomatic ties between the two nations have rapidly deteriorated. India has suspended participation in the Indus Water Treaty, a critical agreement over shared rivers, revoked visas for Pakistani nationals, expelled Pakistani diplomats and closed borders. In response, Pakistan has threatened to suspend the Shimla Agreement, a cornerstone of peace negotiations and post-war contact between the two nations. Airspace closures, cross-border detentions and harsh crackdowns in Indian-administered Kashmir have exacerbated fears of a prolonged conflict. The missile strikes under Operation Sindoor represents a dangerous escalation in an already volatile region, steeped in decades of distrust, nationalism and unresolved territorial claims. With both India and Pakistan being nuclear-armed states, any military miscalculation or miscommunication could have catastrophic consequences far beyond South Asia. The attack on tourists in Pahalgaon has acted as the immediate catalyst, but the root of the conflict remains the unresolved dispute over Kashmir, a region claimed in full by both nations, yet divided and heavily materialized. The latest events show how swiftly violence in Kashmir can spiral into international confrontation, pulling millions into the shadow of war. As the world watches with increasing concerns, diplomatic efforts must be urgently mobilized to prevent further bloodshed. The situation underscores the necessity of a sustained multilateral approach to Kashmir, where justice for victims, regional stability and the well-being of civilians are placed above military retribution or political gain. That's all for today. Thanks for watching Foresights TV with me, Esma.